Cities in the United States are seeking advice from abroad to help fight climate change. The mayors of Boston and Cambridge, Massachusetts, signed a pact last month with the city of Copenhagen in Denmark. The goal is to share ideas to create more sustainable cities. Copenhagen is considered a global leader when it comes to clean energy. The Danish capital has transformed its infrastructure with a goal to become the first carbon-neutral city in the world. CBS's Sunday Morning's Rocca is at one school in Copenhagen, which serves as an example of the city's dedication to the cause. Mo, good morning.
Good morning. I'm out front of the solar-powered Copenhagen International School. It's just the latest architectural marvel to grace this beautiful city, and it's all part of Copenhagen's ambitious plan to become the cleanest energy city in the world. Danish architecture has long been renowned the world over for iconic buildings like the Sydney Opera House and Le Grand Arch in Paris.
For the kids, they can stand here and they can look at the actual panel and see, oh, this is how it works.
But today's Danish architects, like Mats Mandrup, are designing with a higher purpose. He was the lead architect of the Copenhagen International School. Essentially a solar power plant.
It is a solar power plant. We have about 12,000 square meters of solar panels here.
The blue glass panels, which vary in hue depending on exposure to light, provide half of the building's power. Denmark is beautiful, but it's not the sunniest place in the world. What happens on a cloudy day?
On a cloudy day here, it produces less. But however, we've been monitoring, and we are on track in terms of the numbers we set up, of course.
And Copenhagen is on track to reach its goal of becoming the first carbon-neutral city in the world, producing as much energy, all of it clean, as it consumes by the year 2025.
We are currently investing just around $1 billion in wind turbines in and around Copenhagen. And in the future, we will be doing geothermal heat. And of course, we plant a whole lot of trees.
Morten Kabel is Copenhagen's mayor of technical and environmental affairs.
I ride my bike every day. I've never owned a car. And for many tourists and many visitors coming to Copenhagen, it's quite a surprise to notice that bikes have right-of-way in most of the city.
Today, 62% of commuters here bike to work, a movement that began during the energy crisis of the 1970s.
Gasoline was so expensive that we had all these rules that emphasize cycling.
Architect Camilla Richters-Fries van Deurs says creating a cleaner city has helped create more people.
We're growing by about 1,000 people every month.
People are having more kids.
They're having more babies. They're staying in the city because the city is so livable.
Her firm, Gayle Architects, helped make New York's Times Square pedestrian-friendly and designed a Danish-style network of bike lanes throughout the city. Tell me, why are bicycle helmets not required?
They did a study looking at the overall health of people cycling in the city and found that women are less likely to cycle if you have to wear a helmet. So the health improves overall by not making the helmets mandatory.
Got it. Discouraging the use of cars has had some unintended consequences. The tax on a car here can be as much as 150% of the sale price of the actual car.
Yes, but one of the side effects is that our collective car mass is older. And of course, older cars emit more CO2, so it's not really doing the best it can.
A minor speed bump, perhaps, on Copenhagen's ride into a future, best on display in its Orestad neighborhood.
I think what we've tried to do is to infuse into this sort of contemporary or modern form of architecture an element that is like socially and environmentally active.
Bjarke Ingels has moved mountains into Copenhagen's famously flat landscape. This residential tower has a grass rooftop and bike trails that lead all the way to the top. And coming soon, Denmark's first alpine ski run built atop a power plant. And yes, the plant itself is carbon neutral.
Green technology is not only good for the birds or the fish, it's amazing for the citizens, because now probably the coolest park in Copenhagen is going to be the roof of our power plant.
Ingels says that steam you see is as clean as mountain air. Are Danes raised with a consciousness about the climate and about a healthy environment? Or
I don't think Danes are born with that, but we have a culture where we like to be practical. Danes love being lazy. We are as lazy as anybody else, so it's about making the right choice.
so that you can be lazy well into the future.
Exactly.
And I must admit that there are 5-year-olds who go to this school who know more about energy than I do. And coming up tomorrow, I'm going to give you all a tour of the beautiful and historic city of Copenhagen. Gayle, you are not going to want to miss this.
I never want to miss anything you do, Rocca. I've never been to Copenhagen. You guys have been.
I've been.
Yeah, I can't wait to see his
And he's
report.
also doing a great piece about a fabulous restaurateur.
Yeah, we like Rocca a lot. But it seems like the U.S. could learn some things from Copenhagen.
I don't think he
when it
was
comes to
joking
energy.
about the
No.
5-year-olds knowing more than we do.
He was not
About
joking
energy.
about that.
Yeah.